Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Glasgow here once again, up for another new video. And in this video I'm going to talk about the last episode of Ghost Hunters. Season 11, Episode 13. I know it's been about a month or so ago when it aired. But I've been having this series stored for a while on my DVR. And finally, with the Thanksgiving break, I binge watched on the last season. I don't normally do that, but I finally got it to watch it. I was there when they had the first Ghost Hunters episode, and I watched it for the first few seasons and was interested. Well, I'll tell you something about what I believe in and all that. Do I believe there are ghosts and spirits? Yes, I do. Even though I am of a scientific mind, I also know science can't explain everything. I have observed personally, in my lifetime, as scientifically thinking as I can. And they're just saying science just can't explain. At least yet. And I've experienced too many things in my lifetime that just can't be explained. Same with aliens, and I'll go into another video on that later. Try to keep them separate. Anyway, so I liked them because first few episodes in the series, they weren't bad. They're catching some evidence. And then I got to watching Ghost Adventures, and I liked them. However, I did start falling out of favor with Ghost Hunters. The reason being is, as scientific-minded as I am, and I keep an open mind and try to explain things very scientifically, it got to a point where they were just not accepting almost any fucking evidence that they would catch. They would just explain shit away, and I would like, how can you be sure about that? As scientific as I want to be and try to discredit things, but I also have to take into account that it might be real. And they're just rapidly dismissing things at that point in time, just too easily. But I also did like their scientific approach to things, and they would, oh, this could be doing this, and I could accept certain things when they would do it in detail. And we did debunk something in detail and say why, instead of just like, it's just this. Why is it that? So yeah, so I hadn't watched it for a couple years because I had lost interest. I mean, I would tune in every now and then to an episode to see what was going on. Near the end, let's see, I remember when the co-founder of TAPS left. He's got another show on now, I think, or at least he's come in on another show. And then let's see here. I remember last season, at least in this season, he may have brought her in the last season. The other co-founder, Jason Hawes, brought in his daughter Samantha. That was a good thing. Keep it in the family. But anyway, back to the episode, the series finale. Actually, the entire season of season 11 that I watched. It still did not hold my interest a lot. They still had the same problems. And Ghost Adventures is starting to suffer from the same problem. They got away from what made them unique. They got away from what brought people in from the beginning. It's the ghost hunting and all the equipment they would use. They started focusing on the newer advanced equipment and forgetting some of the old stuff. We can't always have the new stuff because the new stuff doesn't always work properly, and you still got the old stuff that's been proven over years that can get stuff. One of the things that drove me crazy, even though I liked it in the beginning when they debuted it, were those new full spectrum glasses that Jason would wear. However, you got to think about this. I don't care what they say. There's times they wouldn't catch things on that full spectrum that they could catch with night vision. I know it's kind of odd, but it happens. So who knows what you could have missed? They didn't do thermal as much either. And thermal imaging got them a lot of their evidence as well. Oh, especially Waverly Hills. All the evidence there. And that was another thing that surprised me. They went to a random house in, what was it, Rhode Island, I think. And my thought was, a good thing for a final episode would be going back to Waverly Hills, though they've been there a couple times before, but they always get some of the best evidence there. And that's where they caught like a full apparition on the thermal cam walking across the hallway. That was good. And a few other things. Now, I say this, but keep in mind that I also keep in the back of my head that some of this could be fake. It's a reality show, and like I said, Hollywood reality shows aren't always reality. So some of this could be staged, and so you always got to keep some of that in the back of your head. But you want to believe, and I like to say it is, that's real, and they're not bullshitting, but that's a chance you have to take. So I wasn't very impressed with the last episode of Ghost Hunters. To me, it felt kind of flat. For what they've done in 11 seasons, even though I wasn't a big fan, I expected a bit more. I mean, I didn't expect them to catch every day. I didn't expect it to be a ghost-filled, absolute catch everything you ever wanted to see episode. That's just not reality, but it just didn't feel like they were all connected there, or it just didn't. It felt off to me, I should say. Maybe you felt differently, but that was just my opinion. Going on to Ghost Adventures. As a side note here, even though this is supposed to be about Ghost Hunters, they run the same. Ghost Hunters is now I'm getting confused. Ghost Adventures are starting to suffer from the same problem. When they first came out, they were staying locked down with no communication with the outside, going in and coming out. I remember the first documentary they got being caught, interested when they went to that one place and they caught a lot of shit. They didn't stay the whole night. They ran out of the building. They jumped out of a second or third story window to get out of the place because they got so scared. That was funny. And they caught some stuff. They have some good episodes now, but again, even though I like that they're coming in with this new tech, it makes it look interesting. They like almost totally abandoned some of the older tech. They got them some good evidence. Like they have that imaging device that uses the Kinect system from the Xbox. I'm not totally sold on that. I know it gets some good footage. Again, if it's real. But I'm not totally sold on it. There's just a lot of stuff that goes in there. Not that I'm doubting the system. But, that scientific part of me has to put some sort of doubt in there. But I like, a lot of times, I like Ghost Adventures. They're not as hit or miss as Ghost Hunters. Anything they do debunk, they give you a good reason, and they'll explain to it why, and they'll show you. But I do wish they would go back to some of their older ways. In fact, sometimes they'll do voodoo rituals, Wiccan rituals, stuff you have to be very careful with. And Ouija boards, yeah. I talk about this because, like I said in one of my last videos, one of my projects next year, knock on wood if I'm able to do it, I would like to do some ghost hunting and put it up here on my channel. And the place I want to go is Waverly Hills, Sanatorium. They have where you have to pay and stay on at an 8-hour stay or 4-hour stay. It's a good chunk of change, but they have some equipment. I mean, I've been ghost hunting before. I want to say in 07. I think it was 07, maybe 08. With some friends, with a local ghost hunting group. In one of my local towns, a couple towns over. We got to stay in an abandoned warehouse that was haunted. And with a group. And I caught some interesting pictures. In fact, I caught a ghost on one of mine, and I tried to debunk it. And I couldn't. Showed it around. And other people, and even one of the ghost people who took it, they said it somehow, it was just shadows. No, it wasn't. It was not shadows. It wasn't anything. Trust me, I tried to debunk it as shadows and I couldn't. Some of the things that people pointed out, I was able to debunk in that photo. But there's two items I couldn't. One was that full image of the guy that was in there, and the shadow figure. Because because it was just me and a friend, and everyone else was on the other side when the taken, which would never affected this photo. I put it up here, but the image is so great. The image of the copy of the photo I have now is kind of grainy and sort of you can't see it well anymore. And the original got destroyed. The person whose camera we borrowed wound up accidentally deleting it, so I couldn't get another pure copy of it. Which is a shame. I have it on my Facebook. But still, in my opinion, it's grainy. It's kind of hard, difficult for someone. I can see it because I know what I'm looking for. So I capture these things. But anyway, I'd like to go to Waverly Hills and take a couple of my Facebook friends with me. Some of my old classmates, a couple of my friends, work friends who have interest to go. And maybe see what we can capture down there and then put it up here. And see what you all think. Make a couple videos of that. And then maybe if we do successful, we can go other places. Just a little ghost tour. Back to ghost television. Ghost hunting reality series. Another series I liked was MTV's Fear. That was what, late 90s, early 2000s. That was pretty good. And one of the ones that I got into a lot lately, they could have done it better than they should have. And they would have had more than maybe, 3 or 4 episodes? I think they only had 3 or 4. It was called Stranded, and I think it was by Sci-Fi Network. And they would take 3 people, lock in a place for a week. The average people, and they would give them like this little book. It was similar to Fear, in my opinion. Except the problem was, they were all amateurs. A lot of them didn't want to ghost hunt. My thing is, well, you're there to hunt ghosts. And see if they're there. If you're not going to go hunt ghosts or gather information, whether you're scared or not, then why are you there? You're wasting your time. Like for the very first episode, I have to knock the investigators. They're there. The claim is that they have a fuse box, and they have a couple fuses, and only so many fuses will go in the box, and as long as those fuses are there, I guess, nothing in the other part of the building will work. So they put the fuse back in, they all go into the same bedroom for safety, because some were scared. I don't blame them, and it was a big fucking hotel. And so they happened to see that power's on in another room in the other side of the hotel because of the way the hotel is shaped. But none of them wanted to go investigate why the hell the lights on, and they're supposed to be all by themselves. There's no camera crew because they're all like, as in Ghost Adventures X cams. Is what they're all shot by, and whatever handheld they take. Here they are. It's like, that light's on over there. We're the only ones in the house. Think we should go look? No, let's go to bed. What the fuck? I would have grabbed my camera, took one of them, and went going to look see what's going on. Because what if it's an accidental light that's been left on? It could cause a fire. If it's a plant camera crew, then you're going to know you're not by yourself. But anyway, they didn't do all that. They got too many people who didn't want to go something, and it showed. But anyway, that's my review. This is getting kind of long. Don't want it to go too long. As always, like, comment, subscribe. You guys take care. And I will see you next time.